Hello and welcome. My name is C.R.Ash and this is Space Engineers. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in this series, whether I'm going to be building a base or a ship or a combination of both, but I thought it would be good fun to start a survival series in Space Engineers. I've basically chosen the lone survivor scenario in the new game categories, except I've made my own. I've given myself a med bay, an oxygen generator, a command chair, a refinery, an assembler, a cargo container, obviously a reactor, and some gravity. I've obviously connected them up. I must admit I did this in creative, but it does more function in survival, as we are in survival right now. And as you can see, I've given myself the basic tools and very little else. I thought I'd do it this way because the lone survivor game setup in Space Engineers is very good, but it's very bland. So I thought we'd had something different. I'll show you what I've chosen. I'm in the shadow of the sun at the moment. The sun is directly behind the asteroid, so you won't be able to see real much because we haven't got the light around yet. The sun is set to rotate, so it will rotate around the planet. But anyway, here's what we have started so far. Basically the base is inside, well, the start of the base is inside an asteroid, as you can see. Save a bit of power a minute. Right, so basically from the local facility, i.e. I've mined some uranium there and most of the iron to create this space to build this little setup. And as you can see, it's busy refining basic iron. I've got a bit of stone. I've got some ice for some oxygen and some water and a little bit of uranium, which was being refined. Now I've gone back to refining iron because that's what I'm going to need next. Now, in the course of setting up this game, and we will get to actually playing the game in a minute, I promise you that. Part of the reason why I set it up here, if we could come into the asteroid itself. I'll use this asteroid in one of my series. Well, it's going to be the Chronicles of C.R.Ash, Season 2 is what it is. But if we get the handle out, not only have we got iron, we've got silicon, platinum, magnesium, no cobalt and nickel, unfortunately. This is exposed to vacuum at the moment, so I've got a bit of cover what I'm doing. I'm just going to go a little bit exploring, see what's in the cave. I'm not going to go too far because of my propensity to get lost. So there's magnesium. Where is the magnesium? There it is. Let's grab a bit of magnesium while I'm here. Whoops, I forgot this area wasn't under gravity. Well, not in the same sense as the platform above, but anyway. Okay. Silica below me. So anyway, that's a resource. We didn't need to bump into that. we could potentially use. So I think the first thing we need to decide is what we're going to do. And at the moment I'm in favour of basically creating a base, somewhere that we can, if you want to build a ship and go off flying. There's plenty to look in this solar system. There's lots of asteroids. I have seen a pirate or two, although not recently. That's going to be a nice view if we get some windows across here. I don't know if it's going to work out, but what I'm thinking of doing is putting windows across here. Make this my living quarters. Move all this downstairs and then tunnel out the side of the asteroid for an airlock, sort of landing bay, dock area. A bit of exploration, visiting some of the asteroids because we don't have all the minerals here, and in actual fact I'm going to do some of that now to see what we have around us. Let's make a GPS point first of all before we go too far, and I suppose really we ought to top up on oxygen and everything else. I will take the spare oxygen bottle and hydrogen bottle with me. In fact, I might even I'm going to produce another one of each. And I can't do that straight because I need silver and nickel. So we'll make do with what we got for the time being. So let's set a waypoint. And we're going to call it home. So I want that always visible. Cool, thank you. Let's go. And say later on if we enjoy the playlist and if we want to continue it, I will probably put the exploration mode on here as well. I might try out a few mods, all that sort of stuff, but I thought it would be nice to have a nice chilled out, laid back playthrough of Space Engineers. Something I've never really ever done. Well, I'm using it in the Chronicles of Crash is fair enough, but I haven't really ever played a whole playthrough in survival mode. I've done survival mode, I've built bases and all that sort of thing. Iron. Anything else but iron here? Want nickel? Nope. There's gold. Gold, nickel, iron. Let's GPS this in a minute. That's one of the moons of the planet there. Right, we're going to call this gold, nickel. Is that how you spell nickel? E-L. My spelling is terrible. Gold and nickel. Right, okay. So we know where that is now. Just take a bit of gold over here and definitely some nickel. In fact, I'm going to go for the nickel first. One of the first things I'd like to do is automate this to some extent by making a drilling ship or something like that, a mining ship. Okay, I've returned to the base. We brought back with us the nickel, the gold, and basically a lot more iron. Which I should have left there and gone for the nickel. Anyway, I've queued up a spare oxygen and a hydrogen cylinder. And now, I'm still in jetpack mode. I think it's time I made the base a bit bigger. So, I'm sure you've seen people dig bases before, so I'm going to come back later when there's been some progress. That's lucky. I've discovered silver on our very own asteroid. And I'll tell you why that's lucky, because although I queued up extra hydrogen and oxygen cylinders, I can't actually fabricate them until I get some silver. Here we are, silver. So, this should fall down the hole into the cavern below. And I should be able to pick it up from there, so that's mine a good amount. Hopefully it shouldn't despawn before I'm impacted. There's plenty more. We're not really sure what's going on with this. What is going on with this? Can't pick any of it up. Anyway, bit of a squeeze. There we have nice silver ore. Collect all the things. Pick it all up. Silver. Yeah, let's go back and get a bit more yet. I was debating whether to put it at the beginning of the queue in the refinery, but I'm reasonably okay for oxygen and hydrogen at the moment, so there's no particular rush. So I was thinking then. I know that's a dangerous thing for me, and I shouldn't really do it. All picked up. Could have sworn there was more than that, but there you go. Now let's think about using light armor blocks and start extending the platform. I don't know why I opened that game, but never mind. So, it's 4 blocks wide. Okay, this is going to be a corridor. Just got to get the right angle. I always find this as wrong, but that can stay there. That can be part of the... I'm going to run a conveyor system from, in effect, the living quarters down to the refinery, the assembler, the reactor, etc., which will hopefully be a floor below. And this is going to be like a utility area off the hangar, which will be, as I'm facing now, over to the right. I'll have to actually have a look from the outside and see which side is thicker, than, if there is going to be a thicker side than the other, and choose the thinnest to bore through. Not really, I want sloped there. There we go. 3 high. And the same on the other side. Oops, that's gone in wrong. As I was saying, I always find this stage quite therapeutic almost, because although I'm putting up structure, I'm actually thinking about the layout of the base and trying to plan ahead for the conveyor system and that sort of thing. I must admit, this music is rather chilling. So we might go out the left side, I think, actually. Looking at it now, does seem to be less asteroid in that direction than in the other direction. I know it's all relative, but the way I'm orientated now. I'm going to have to put some steel plate in production in a minute. I might have to widen this a bit as well. I've got a few. Why can't I get double click? Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, that was steel plate. I can always colour these later. 82, is that what we've got left? That's 10s. 100s. Got to get some interior plate as well over here. And some construction components. I might change these amounts later on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I need 900. Well, not yet anyway. We'll see. Can I produce a... Come on, steel plates. Sure, I've got silver and nickel. Oh, I haven't started refining the silver. Oops. There we go. We should start drawing it into the assembler, and in a minute we should get a oxygen cylinder turn up. There we go. I think that was it. Yes, that was the oxygen. There should be a hydrogen coming through. Right. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to put those two into the oxygen generator to recharge them. And recharge my suit. Well guys, I think that's about all the time I've got for recording at the moment. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it will get a bit more entertaining later on as we get basics out of the way, we start exploring. But until the next episode, do take care and I'll see you soon. Silver. We found silver. Cool. I was quite lucky when I started drilling there. I broke into a Another cave system. Well, this time a big single cave. A bit like the one underneath, but without all the different rooms. And he's got his own magnesium, silver, iron. There's also gold here. This is quite a fortunate asteroid to start this project on, I think. We've got a lot of resources here. I mean, we've got so much iron, it's ridiculous. But there you go. Right, so I think we use light armor blocks in this instance. I wish Keen would fix this. Oh, it worked. I'll shut my mouth. Is it or is it shift? Oh, right. We'll do this single block then, shall we? Will you go in? Why don't you go in there? Why won't you? There you go. And you. Oh, no, don't want. Actually, yes, we do. Because this is going to be the living quarters. Right, so we've got some connections. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead in the way of conveyors and this sort of thing. Oh, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. That one's no good. What am I doing? What am I doing? Not a lot is the answer. I'm sure it was it Control Z? There is one. There is a choice in the option to place more than one block, but we'll. No, I don't want out there, do I? I want. In case you're wondering what mods I am using in this at the moment, there are basically three. One is the music. Obviously, this isn't Space. If you've played Space Engineers, you know this isn't Space Engineers music. That's wrong. This is X music, a music mod called X3 Album. I'll put a list of the mods I am using at the screenshot at the end of the episode. Actually, that's probably a better way of doing it. Anyway, there is a couple of mods on there. One is, I said the music mod. The other one is the background, the sky map, and there is a darkness mod on. My memory is terrible, so I can't be honest. I can't really remember at the moment what mods they are. All right, I don't want that. How many steel plates do I have? 81 left, and we should be enough, I would have thought. More goodies, please, in which case I'm going to need an awful lot more. That's tens, that's hundreds. Give me a couple of thousand, please. I think we've got enough iron. I'll have some few hundred interior plates. We'll make some construction components while we're here. Some motors. Let's get all the things we can. I could build myself better tools, couldn't I? Anyway. Where's the assembler? So I obviously must have cancelled them. Well, there should be enough silver. It hasn't been refined yet, has it? That's what it is. Such a silly mistake. Thank you. Auction. I'll take that. Hopefully we're going to get... Just go across and we'll put those into the auction generator so that we can get them filled. And whilst we're here, we'll top off as well. Right, so where were we? More steel plates. Anyway, guys, we've made a start. My apologies, this has been a bit of a ramble, this episode. It's just the way it's turned out. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, take care.